Hey folks, it's Dave here, and today I'm trying a new setup here, as you can tell, as I play some game-winning drive. I'm trying a live setup here, and I'm trying a screen capture here of the score sheet rather than my awful handwriting, so hopefully this will look good. Kind of wondering what your thoughts are on this. I'm just going to run through a quick game, and I'm actually, obviously I'm using the game-winning drive. And so I've got my score sheet up here that I can actually type in the drive and the score and the whole bit. And it looks all nice and colorful. And so you can see it play out in real time. So let's see. First things first. Okay, I'm actually playing through 1979 season offline. As you remember, I did the playoffs, but right now I am doing the regular season just to see how Tampa would actually fare in the regular season on a playthrough. So I am playing New Orleans today at home, so this will be my dice for Tampa Bay, and that'll be my dice for New Orleans as we get going here. So let's roll to see who gets the opening kickoff. That's what I like to do here. And so Tampa Bay with a 6, so it's going to be Tampa Bay. So let me get my drive chart set up here. I got it all set, ready to go. So if I wanted to add to it, so I've got New Orleans and then Tampa Bay, and then New Orleans and Tampa Bay, and New Orleans and Tampa Bay, New Orleans, Tampa Bay, and New Orleans. So that should be the first half. And I might have to adjust some of that a little bit, but you get the idea. So that's going to be my opening drive. And I'm going to duplicate that and then reverse it here in the second. So what I need to do is to get rid of the Tampa Bay. New Orleans will be first, and then Tampa Bay will have the last possession of the second half. So I got my score sheet all set up here, ready to go, I think. And I might have to tighten that up. There we go. That looks good like that. So, hey, the OG's in the house. OG, I'm just testing a new setup here. I'm hoping it looks all right. I think I might have to reduce that logo size of the Downey football a little bit, but the idea was I didn't want that corner to be empty. So I got my nice colorful score sheet here that I'm working off of. Hopefully my computer can handle everything that's going on. And I'm just going to play through a quick game here. I'm in the middle of the season right now in my 1979 playthrough. So I was able to add all the color. This is a very bizarre program I'm using to get the score sheet up, but I can kind of do everything in real time. And hopefully we're going to play this out and I'm going to have a good game. So Tampa won the toss. So Tampa Bay and Sports Time Machine. Yeah, I'm doing this on the computer today. So you won't have to see my handwriting, which is absolutely terrible. But I did get my helmets in. So you can see I got my helmets. I do have my colored dice, so that's pretty good. And now you can actually read the score sheet and follow along the best you can. All right, so let's get going here. So Tampa Bay has the ball first, 11-26. As you can see over here, gets them a score, and otherwise they're not. So let's get going. I haven't played this in some time. So here we go. So Tampa Bay, opening drive. The Buccaneers are going to roll. And a 21. That is a good scoring drive for the Buccaneers as Williams leads them down the field. A 35 they're going to have to settle for a field goal, though. And that's a 31-yard field goal. So the Buccaneers get on the board first. Oh, let me fix this right here. With a field goal of 31 yards. So Tampa Bay is on the board with a field goal drive to kick things off. So I'm going to change my score here. So it's 3-0 for the Buccaneers. So I'm just wondering how this looks. I mean, it's obviously very readable right now, but I wonder if it just takes away the human factor of it all, for missing me writing down all the scores. All right, so we got no punt and no kickoff. How the Bucs doing? I got to go back and look, actually, but they're not doing as well as they did in real life. I think they opened up 5-0 or 6-0 or 6-1. And I want to say I'm 4-2. I think I'm 2 less wins than they normally had in that season. So they're not doing very well. Okay, so we don't have a kickoff or a punt. So we're going to put these dice off to the side. Now New Orleans. And quarterback for New Orleans, it's Archie Manning in 79. Okay, so Archie Manning with Chuck Muncie in the backfield, and Chandler was the receiver for the New Orleans. So here comes Archie Manning, 30-year-old Archie Manning, leading the Saints out with a 32. No, not a good opening drive. Bucs defense stiffens up, and a 64 is going to be a punt. So New Orleans is going to punt this away. And the score remains 3-0. Now there's no punt return chance for Tampa Bay. So we just roll on here. Oh, I don't have my scoreboard going, so I can't check the time. But as you can see, it's in this game here, it's 5 and 5, 5 possessions here. Alrighty, so that pass sailed over the head of Chandler, and they kick it away. And Tampa Bay now with the ball. It's Williams now. Not a good drive at all. The defense stiffens up, a 53, and Tampa Bay will be punting that away themselves. So about halfway through the first quarter, Buccaneers on a 31-yard field goal lead this one 3-0. Archie Manning under center now. He gives it to Muncie. Muncie runs up the middle, but he's got to be short. He is not going to get the first down, and they're going to have to punt this one away with a 65. So Buccaneer defense looking pretty good so far here. This will be the last drive of the first quarter. Buccaneers leading at home in this one 3-0. Williams under center now. Pull this one out for you. That's a 35. New Orleans defense stiffens up, and actually they cause a fumble. That is a fumble. So that's a turnover for Tampa Bay. That's a fumble and a turnover. And there is a chance to run it back. So New Orleans scoops up the ball. They start running down the field, and they're going to be tackled in Buccaneer territory. So it's going to be a terrific chance right now for New Orleans. They trail this one 3-0, but on the fumble, New Orleans is in business, working with a short field right now. So now over here, this 11-25 now turns into 11-35 because of the turnover. And a 23 is good no matter what. So the Saints are going to cash in with some points. And a 63 is going to be a field goal. So the Buccaneers defense stiffens up there and holds them to a 41-yard field goal. So that's a field goal of 41 yards. And this game is now tied at 3-3. So I got to come over here. Oh boy. Oh boy, what did I do? Oh boy. I totally messed this up, didn't I? I don't know what button I hit. Alright, we're back. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut and paste that. I thought I could just go down there, but alright. So hopefully it's back to normal here. I guess I won't do that again, whatever I did. All right, so on the 41-yard field goal, it is now 3-3. I thought I rolled a 65. Did I roll 63? Did I mess that up? Did I screw it up? Did I just screw over? No, they scored with a 23. Did I roll a 63? Did I mess that up? You know something? Too bad. It's a field goal. I don't care. It's a field goal. This is a test run. This doesn't count. All right. So 41-yard field goal. And it's tied up now, so there's no kick return. So we're in the second quarter now. No way to go back and say, yeah, it was reversed. The 60. If that was a 63, yeah, I might have messed that up. I thought it was a 65. So instead of a TD pass that was called back, there was a flag on the play. We're going back. It's a trial run tonight. It's Saturday. 16. So, okay, 16. That is good for Tampa Bay and Williams as they go down. And a 56. That is a touchdown pass. So New Orleans not happy with that with theirs. Williams, a touchdown pass. And to Giles, and let's check the point now. The point after is 11-65, and a 46 is good, so the point after is good. So now we got another score change, and I'm not going to do that other thing again when I messed it up here. So we tack on 7 over here, and the Buccaneers lead this one now 10-3. Instant replay 79, yeah. No, I did actually print out all the score sheets. Not as nice as I have on here on the screen, but I have them all handwritten, ready to go, and I just transposed it on here for this broadcast here. But I don't know if it goes well. Like I said, I hit that wrong button there, and I messed it all up. But I think we're back to action here. But if it goes well, I might do more like this. I was just kind of playing it offline, but I wanted to check out this setup here. I really want to incorporate some better graphics rather than just my handwriting. So hopefully it's going okay. But New Orleans with the ball now, aside from that last gaffe. So Archie Manning still upset with the referees. And a 43, nothing going for the Saints on this drive. And a 31 is a punt. Let me double check that. Yes, it is. That's a punt. So Tampa Bay will get the ball back here. It's their last possession of the first half, leading 10-3 on a TD pass from Williams to Giles. It's a 32. No, Tampa Bay, not a good drive at all. And a 44. Intercepted. It's an INT and another turnover for Doug Williams. If you remember, in my Super Bowl replay, yeah, he was picked off 3 times in that, so go watch that. Chance for a return, though. New Orleans picks that off and on their horse, and they run it back. A 12 is an interception, touchdown return. So interception, turnover, and it's an INT return for TD. So holy smokes, I rolled a 12, so they pick off Williams, and they run it in for the score. And if they can kick this extra point, which they do, they have tied the game. So this is now 10-10. So right for the first half, not what Tampa Bay was hoping to do is have their second. Is that their second? They got a fumble and a turnover. Yeah, so they got another turnover here. And this one is tied at 10s as we go to the first half. And if I wanted to here, I could actually go up here and put in my, so was it 0 and 3, so that would go here, and then if I copy that and make some changes here, so let me see, second quarter, so it's 3-0 after 1. New Orleans got a field goal and a touchdown. Tampa got 7. So New Orleans got 10. And Tampa was 7. Right? And I think that's how we got it here. Oop. 10-7. I don't know why that's off. It's not centered. Well, that's all right. We'll have to play with that later. That should be centered. That should be centered. There we go. Try to make it pleasing for everybody here. Okay. So that's what it looks like at the end of the first half. Buccaneers in the first quarter, 31-yard field goal. New Orleans ties it with a field goal of their own. And then it was a TD pass by Williams, but then he gives it right back. An interception return for a TD. And that's where we stand as we go to the second half. So New Orleans gets the ball back here in the second half. They will get drive number 1. So let's see what's going to happen here for New Orleans on drive number 1. Archie Manning in a tie game. A 46. The drive stalls, and a 12 is a fumble. So they fumble. So that's a turnover. Oh, I got to write turnover, don't I? Turnover. So I like to keep track of the turnovers now that I can actually see it. Good game so far. Yeah. Well, it's Tampa Bay, New Orleans 79. What are you going to do? There is no fumble chance for Tampa Bay, so they just get the ball back here. But they have the short field to work with. So remember now, over here, 11-26 is now 11-36. So here comes Tampa Bay. Williams now trying to atone for that interception return for TD at the end of the first half. Williams, a 15. Yes, he atones for that. A nice-looking drive. And a 54 is another touchdown pass. So, yes, Williams finds Giles in the end zone one more time. And it's now 16-10. Extra point roll is a 26. That is good. So we're going to drop my score in over here. And Tampa Bay now is up 17-10 on the touchdown pass. Oh, let me drop that down to 1. That's when they scored. I like to put it where they scored. There we go. Okay. So we got New Orleans now. Archie Manning under center, trailing again. They trailed 10-3 in the second quarter, and it was the defense that scored to tie it up. So now let's see if the offense can get their first touchdown of the game. Manning under center now. A 52. No, that didn't work. Looks like he overthrew the receiver, and a 24 will be a punt. So New Orleans cannot do anything, and they will punt. Buccaneers ball now as they go back to the normal 11-26. They lead here in the third quarter, 17-10. A 31. Ooh, just missed that. Just missed that. That's a 24, and they will punt. That was third and real short, and they couldn't convert. So that is going to be a punt by Tampa Bay. Stretch that a little bit so I can read some of that. There we go. And it's going to be New Orleans ball here. Last possession of the third quarter. 17-10 the home team as they look to extend their winning streak. And a 36. No, that is not a good pass at all by Manning. And a 42. And that's intercepted. So that's an INT. Turnover. And that is, for New Orleans, that is their second turnover of this quarter. They had a fumble and an interception. And I think that's their first and second turnover. They didn't have any turnovers in the first. And so Tampa Bay does have a chance to run this back. So Manning is picked off, and a 15. Oh, he's tackled just shy of scoring there. That's a 15. Ooh, they were so close, but they got it deep into New Orleans territory here as we go to the fourth quarter. So let's get some scores up here. So the only scoring was Tampa Bay in that third quarter. And so we'll come up here and we'll put our 7 up. So after 3, 17-10, the Buccaneers at home. And they get the ball in great shape here to start the fourth quarter. Thanks everybody tuning in. The OG's in the house, Sports Time Machine, as we go back to 79 for this game here. And my offline playthrough, a little bonus action tonight before Chat with Al. Williams now at a 23. That's going to be a scoring drive using the short field. And a 56 is a touchdown pass. It is his, let's see, 3rd of the day. So we're going to go touchdown pass. And Tampa Bay is starting to cruise now here in the fourth quarter. A 61. Ooh, that just snuck inside the bar. But it is good. So it's now 24-10. As I come down here and tack on my score. I was trying to make this a little more smooth, but you can see I messed it up earlier. So 24-10 Tampa Bay. And they are cruising here at home. Archie Manning now down by 2 scores. They're going to need an onside kick here, I think, if they score to get back in this one. 62, no good. And a 62 again is going to be a punt. So that pretty much does it. I think they're going to run out of time here, the Saints are, as they punt this back to Tampa. Williams now, a field goal puts this away, or anything but another interception for return will put this away for the Buccaneers. Williams now drives him down the field. No, New Orleans defense stalls, and they turn it over. It's a fumble. It's another fumble for the Buccaneers. Ricky Bell So that is the second fumble of the day for Tampa Bay. And let's see if they run it back again. So we look over here on the right side. 11-13 is a return for a touchdown. They got one. They have an interception return for a touchdown. Let's see if the New Orleans defense comes through again. No, they do not. A 65 is not good. But they got the ball in great shape, and they need to. They need a score and then an onside kick. So here we go. Tampa defense trying to win this game right here on the drive. And no, Archie Manning leads them in for a score, and a 33 is a field goal. However, okay, here's the deal. We're gonna invoke the fourth down rule. Okay? In the fourth quarter, actually pretty much any time I think in the game. It says fourth quarter, but I go anytime. You can refuse the field goal and go for it on fourth down. You do need a touchdown run or pass to convert the fourth down. Otherwise, the ball goes back to Tampa Bay. So on the left-hand side here, you see fourth down. Let's see here. Well, fourth down is 0, I'm pretty sure. Hang on one second. Let me check that just to be sure I do this right. I don't want to screw New Orleans over again. It's been a little while since I played this game. So if I check Tampa Bay. Okay, so -1 on the modifier. So -1. Actually, this should be over here for -1, but so it's a -1 on this roll right here. So New Orleans now is 11-24 as they go for it on fourth down. So need 11-24. Archie Manning on a big fourth down play to keep New Orleans in the game, and it's a 15. They convert. Now they need a touchdown run or a touchdown pass. A field goal is not good enough, and it's a 65 and no. So they get the points, but the field goal roll at 65 means the fourth down fails. So fourth down fails, and the Buccaneers get the ball back, and they can just run out the clock here. So Williams under center, a 46 is nothing, and a 35 is another interception. So why he's throwing it? Okay, let me see how many is that? That's one interception. That's two interceptions and 2 fumbles, and Tampa Bay's still going to win this game. So even if they run it back, so the interception return is not good. So that ends the game, though. But holy smokes, what a game full of turnovers. And that'll be our final score. So let's see, Control-C, Control-V. I'm going to drop this down here. So this will be the final score. So in the fourth quarter, it's Tampa Bay with a touchdown pass. That is the only scoring. And so if we go here, we plug that in here. And we'll do that one more time for our final score. So the final from Tampa, Buccaneers over the Saints in this one, 24-10. Yeah, there was talk about the victory formation in this and about, kneeling down and not having to do that last drive. And I was kind of wondering what to do about that myself, but I don't think back then they allowed that. I don't think they really allowed that victory formation at all. So I think that you had to run a play, hence the Joe Pisarcik play, if you remember that. But there is a chance for a fumble. I mean, who knows? Because there's really no timer in this game. There might have been, still 2.5 minutes on the clock when they got the ball, and they just needed a first down to run out the clock. Otherwise, they would have to kick it back. So there's all these scenarios you can play out in your head if you want to. But yeah, I usually run that last play. I do, and play it out. So anyway. So that's the final score here. Tampa Bay 24 and New Orleans 10 as I tried a little different tonight. Little different setup here. Game-winning drive. Trying to get the color logos here and adding all the different color stuff to the backgrounds. And hopefully it looked okay. A little clunky at first here. Maybe I'll get better at it. But I think it looks a heck of a lot better than the actual handwriting that I did. You can actually see all the numbers and everything. And I got my dice tower going here off to the side. And I got my Downey Games logo in the corner, which I might put my logo in there. But anyway, So that wraps it up here. A little test I was running tonight. Hope to see everybody tonight. We'll chat with Al later on. I'm going to go make myself another decaf coffee. Thanks everybody that tuned in to check out this little test. And if you're watching this, let me know whether you watched it live or whether you watched it after the fact. Let me know what you think of this setup here compared to my other setup where I just had the score sheet and I wrote everything down by hand. This looks a little bit better, not quite as personal though. But let me know what you think in the comments section. So I'm signing off here. This is Dave. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night.